Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing very well. In today's video, I will be doing my review of the Cronulla Sharks vs South Sydney Rabbitohs game in round 1 of the 2023 NRL season. Now, I know I'm a bit late of uploading this video and doing a review of it. It's because I had other stuff on after the game I had to deal with, so I found this was the perfect opportunity to go over the game. But without further ado, let's get into the video. So the game kicks off as normal, and then unfortunately Totola gets tackled up by two Sharks players and was unfortunately sent off with a HIA, and then about 10 minutes later he was declared not to return to play. So very unfortunate that we lost Junior Totola, or Tavia Totola. We lost one of our key forwards. Big loss for us, but I hope he'll be alright. I don't think he will play next on Thursday against the Penrith Panthers. We'll have to wait and see. And then, just before the Rabbitohs scored their first try in the 9th minute, Lachlan Ilias managed to push Ronaldo Mulitalo out of the way to force the ball out of his hands, and that was a surprising play. I thought Sharks would go over to score the first try of the match, and shockingly, he didn't. Lachlan Ilias, what an amazing thing he did right there. And then 2 minutes later, roughly, Lachlan Ilias goes over and scores the first try of the match for the Rabbitohs, 4-0, and then Latrell Mitchell converts it to make it 6-0. And then it was a bit quiet for the... Now, in the 14th minute, Karen Murray knocked it on. Unfortunately, it was a forward pass, I believe that was, or that was the knock-on from... No, it was a knock-on, my apologies. And then Braden Trindle goes over for a 40-20, which made Braden Trindle knock on the ball the next minute later in front of their try line. So that's very unfortunate from them. And then get to the 19th minute, and then Sharks over. Braden Trindle scores to make it 4-6, to make it 6-all with 20 minutes into the game. Alright, just a bit of a note here as well. Now, Jai Arrow did go off. Oh, here we go. He went off in the 22nd minute. Unfortunately, it seems like he has suffered a hamstring injury. I will provide further update when I get into my tipping video tomorrow, or in one of the other videos later in the week. I'll be amazed if he does continue to play for Thursday. But anyways, back into the match. We don't get our next try until the 32nd minute, when the Rabbitohs go over with Keon Koloamatangi, who was denied a try earlier. He goes over this time to score to make it 10 points to 6, with Latrell converting to make it 12-6. And then we've got a captain's challenge from the Sharks, which was very successful. And then the Bunnies decide to try to use their captain's challenge for an offside offence. It was with Alex Johnson claiming he was offside or something, but that wasn't the case. And then, because of that, Sharks go over to score their second try in the match, 12-10. Osana Katoa going on, who was also denied a try as well, because of that pass going forward, and making it 12-all at half time. Back in the second half kicks off. Then we get a couple errors from the Sharks, from Organ Kafusi in the 41st minute and Ronaldo from the 42nd minute. And then we got our second HIA of the match with Jack Williams. He didn't return to the game after suffering a bit of a head clash with Thomas Burgess. And that was very unfortunate, but HIAs happen and you can't do anything about it. Then in the 46th minute, the Rabbitohs go over to score the Next try, which makes it 16-12, Campbell Graham scores his first of 2 tries, making it 16-12, with Latrell converting it to make it 18-12. And oh boy, a lot of errors, a lot of kick bombs, and then we got a late penalty, late tackle from Britton Nakora, which leads to Rabbitohs scoring a penalty goal, making it 20 points to 12. With 22 minutes to go, it could have been anyone's game at that point. And then later in the game, Lachlan Ilias managed to save another try. This time, he managed to actually tackle a couple times, saving a couple try savers in the game. One on the other side of the field, where he was managed to push another player out of the way, and he went over onto the touchline. Then we get into the 65th minute of the match. Or before we get into that, Braden Hamlin-Ueli was put on report for a high shot, or for a dangerous tackle. It looked a bit awkward, but it's all good. And then Campbell Graham goes over and scored a Rabbitohs final try of the match, getting his second double of the game, making it 24-12 with 15 minutes to go. With Latrell Mitchell, converting it to get to 26-12. And then interesting result here, Wade Graham is put on report and then sin bin for 10 minutes. After assumably a head clash with, I believe it was David Malawi. Now, although I think the decision was great, I think from what it looked like, it wasn't a head clash. I mean, why would you be sin bin for a head clash? That is pretty ridiculous, in my opinion. And like, I've never seen anything like that before. And he even bumped him in the chest to knock off David Malawi. And like, I'm astonished. So unfortunately for the Sharks, Wade Graham was sin bin for 10 minutes, but in the 71st minute, Sharks managed to score a try with 12 men on the field through Trey Wilton, who scored the Sharks' final try in the match, 26-16 before Braden Trindle converts it to make it 26-18, and pretty much it was game on from this point. And then we get a couple errors within from the 73rd minute to the 76th minute. We get a knock on from Braden Trindle, and then one from Braden Brayley and Karen McInnes. So the Sharks were not doing very well in their defence in that game. And then Sana Katoa manages to finally knock on, which leads to Latrell Mitchell scoring a 1-point field goal in the final 5 seconds of the match, and Latrell Mitchell converts it to make it 27-18 as the final score. Now, this was an excellent match, not just with the Rabbitohs winning, but I think both teams did great in the first half, and there was a bit of fatigue in the second half from both of the teams, especially the Sharks. And they scored, I think it was 15 errors they scored in the entire game. We'll get into that when it comes up. So going over the stats through some of the teams, through the stats of the game. So Sharks had 47% of the ball, while Rabbitohs had 53%. The completion rate for the Sharks was pretty terrible. That would explain the amount of errors they got in the game. 25 out of 39, 64%.ในthe Bunnies, who got 31 out of 41. They got 75% completion rate. That is terrible from the Sharks. And the Rabbitohs defeated the Sharks at PointsBet Stadium for the first time since 2014. But anyways, so in all runs, the Sharks got 167, while the Bunnies got 185. Sharks got 1,690 metres, while Rabbitohs got exactly 2,000. 2 kilometres of running. Interesting. Post-contact metres. The Sharks got 572, while the Rabbitohs got 623. 4 line breaks to the Sharks, 6 to the Rabbits. 23 tackle breaks and 52. 23 for the Sharks, 52 for the Rabbits. Kick run metres, 131 for the Sharks and 176 for the Rabbitohs. Sharks got 6 offloads in the game, while the Rabbitohs got 4. 387 receipts from the Sharks and 422 from the Bunnies. Total passes were 211 to the Sharks and 224 to the Rabbitohs. 3 dummy passes from the Sharks and 8 from the Rabbits. 22 kicks to 21. 22 kicks for Sharks, 21 for the Rabbits. 578 kicking metres to the Sharks, 550 for the Rabbits. And then Sharks got the one and only 40-20, which I think that could have been a great moment for the Sharks, but an unfortunate error ruined it. 4 bombs from both of them, 6 scrubbers from both. 85% effective tackle. 85% effective tackle for the Sharks and 91% for the Rabbits. Sharks made 355 tackles with Rabbits 339. 52 missed tackles to 23. 52 for Sharks, 23 for the Rabbits. 12 ineffective tackles to the Sharks and 9 for the Rabbits. Oh, here we go, sorry. 14 errors. 14 errors from the Sharks, 12 from the Rabbitohs. So a bit of a slop fest from both teams, but Sharks looked more sloppy than the Bunnies, honestly, especially in that second half. Both got 5 penalties, 1 ruck infringement and 1 inside 10 metres. 2 players on report. We don't know the outcome of both the players at this stage. Of Wade Graham and Helen Ueli. No sin bins or on reports for the Rabbits. Although Totola and Jayara and possibly Latrell Mitchell could be out of next game. So Latrell Mitchell, from what I've realised, it seems like he might have done his PCL or something. PCL? So it could be a 50-50 chance from... It's just murmurs and rumours at the moment, but we'll wait and see. Wait till everything's officially confirmed. And the Sharks used 8 interchanges, while the Bunnies used 6. Now, going over the game, who do I think my top 3 players on board were? Well, they are Rabbitohs players. Number 3, I'll have to give it to Cody Walker. He played a great game, that one. It's not one of his best games, but he played very well. Second place, I'll have to give it to Kimball Graham. While scoring his double and scoring around 200 running metres in the game. Sensation. Love to see him play out there. Very underrated, and I hope he does get his Origin debut in 2023. And number 1, obviously, I have to give it to Lachlan Ilias. He was a megastar in last night's game. He's saved a couple of try savers, and he scored a try of his own in that game. Unbelievable. I hope he keeps that momentum up as we go on to play against the Penrith Panthers on Thursday. But anyways, everyone, this will conclude the review of the Sharks versus Rabbitohs. Overall, it was a great win for the Bunnies, although I expected to be a bit better. And the next game we go on is against the Penrith Panthers. They did lose to the Broncos 13-12 at Bluebet Stadium. I'm hoping we can beat them, but we'll wait and see when we get into my tipping video, NRL tipping video tomorrow at some point. But anyways, everyone, this will conclude the video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. What an excellent week of NRL content for the first week of round 1. I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you who have subscribed to the channel from the start of round 1. But without further ado, this will conclude week 1 of the NRL, and I'll see you in my NRL tipping video tomorrow. Anyways, I'll catch you next time.